Welcome back. Another day, another episode. Some more Frieren. What a perfect way to really end off the week. After saying goodbye to a much loved character, though he was only around for a few episodes, Sign really, had a lot on each of their developments. I wonder if we're going to run into him again, what manner that was going to be in. But also, now that the party is down a member, down to the three of them, are we going to have to fill that gap now we're used to the quartet? Having it be like the hero party of old with Heiter, Himmler, Eisen and Frieren. We don't have that mirror now. But we still have plenty of episodes to go. Their journey is nowhere near finished. And considering they are slowly trekking towards the great city of Oishurst, who are they going to stumble across? More demons? Any other monsters and beings? Or maybe it's this time humans are the problem. Or it's just a thought. Maybe there doesn't have to be anything wrong. I can enjoy a relaxing break. We'll have to see. So get a drink. Let's watch some Frieren. And now, with getting the new imagery for the ending and the entirely new opening, are we off to a new chapter in this story itself, or just marking a halfway point because of it? Considering that we have been slowly getting more of a understanding between Stark and Fern, and Frieren herself understanding her own feelings and wants and needs. And with so many new characters being kind of displayed and shown off in this opening, how quickly are we going to become privy to them all? And in what capacity? And it is incredibly... protected might be one, but a little island city that is walled off and have a single entranceway of the bridge. And Fern is definitely skilled and learning from some of the best. Maybe putting herself down a little. But I'm guessing Frieren would be easily, top-notch, even with just the amount of small lifestyle spells that she has. And are they in short supply? Yeah, if it's a required thing just to travel in the area. I mean, is Frieren the type to make a plan beforehand? Or work it out on the spot, kind of like she did with the demon in the cell? Oh, you use string magic. Ah. Even if it was 48 years ago, she would remember a slight like that. Are you sure you want to lay there? Yep. Now, why would that be? I mean, being able to harness that manner and actually enact, well, skill and magic in itself is probably a big part of it. Even those with 11 times. I mean, it's had such a confounder impact on her that she remembered each and every one of them. An unnamed elf. Talk about lost to humans. Immediately snap over to a certain someone. The side glance. I mean, if we are having an introduction to a character who is slightly cocky, self-confident, if nothing else. My boy. Craft just turning up and warrior priesting his way through life. But she didn't even get to have any fun there. Well, with the staff, it was either a just a, I'm trying to figure what the bloody word is. Well, it was just what, he was in the area. Was he rescuing them? Either the staff was just an ornament, or she was a mage. As long as it was self-defense. It doesn't look like she's out searching for combat. They came to her. Although we're not sure what happened in the first conflict. And was Kraft just there for us to be like, oh, we know him? That little interaction to see how everyone is intertwined in the story. I'm out. A good thing that they didn't stick around in the village for another, 6 months. Is this where she immediately turns around again? Well, you'll just have to... She has a few tricks up her sleeve. Where would she have gotten such a thing? She was, but, bureaucracy and red tape. Excuse me. I think... okay, nice little time jump back to the time of the hero party. And the fact that she's outlived organization itself that is trying to certify the mages. Even to the holy priest, he has no idea. No matter if she's gotten a qualification or two before. If it's not known to the current times, it's useless. And I like how you actually see it around the back of her hair. Some other animes might not have had that detail, since just small things. Do we get the story of how she acquired that? Where had she heard that before? In her long life, then it's not surprising that they're having conversations overlap, or a little case of deja vu, but when she happens to be thinking about it as well. Huh. Okay, there's a fair amount of mages around. But with first class being this peak level that they're trying to aspire to be. Oh. Do they have to sign a waiver to even be part of the certification and the trials? Well, they're not needed in the same capacity that they would have been while the Demon King was in power, but for their own reasons, they need to be around. They're just not dispersed, might be the right word, until they are needed again. How accurate was that move? It looked rather just, that is a big cake. First off, her bed is a good 1.5 meters away. How is she rolling about on someone else's bed? Does she flop onto the floor and roll up? Or she just got very lonely. And then there are some that don't have to dress so ostentatiously. So you got up-and-coming talent. Top marks? An up-and-coming talent. Storied, made from who's been going through the years and getting accolades. Oh. That one needs to be looked at carefully. A unknown in all of this. I wonder how she picked up this recognition, the manner from old. Interesting. Does that mean that Fern is carrying multiple bangles at the minute? Okay. One way of doing it in a city of magic, there's definitely worse ways of going about it. I like this. Although letting them all figure it out by themselves. So, well, it would immediately weed out those that aren't capable. You can't even find your partner. Now, who are they staring at? I see. Yep. Nice peaceful life. Yeah, it's not happening, is it? Ah. How's the straight-laced Fern going to handle this girl with the killer eyes? Hmm. We have to go capture the bird. Does it have to be their cage? Well, at least making sure you have all of your party members means that someone can't just go off and do it themselves and, you know, claim victory. But what if... True. They can multitask. They can fight and listen. Meant to be... I'm guessing they at least know each other beforehand, and it was just coincidence that they got into the same group. Well, that is, leave it up to fate, or not even getting to see the we now see who won. Get to see the battle. Of course. Well, this is gonna go well. They know nothing. I wonder where one could be. See, this does seem a lot just like tracking. Why is it a mage challenge? Unless the seal themselves are magical beasts and they respond to mana or something. Find a way to reel in the bird. Do they have some snacks or something that might intrigue it? If this is a power struggle between the two, if Frieren just kind of at least releases a tiny bit of mana and shows them what they're really up against. Absolutely not, especially if you're going off and separating. No part of the introduction rule set did I hear that other parties aren't allowed to interfere. That's a bird, isn't it? Is it not only the steel that they're after, but yeah, what were you hoping to do? You don't want to hurt it, and by leading it up, do they trap it at the... That's actually some skilled, use. And working together. Yep, she's definitely heard about them. At least they now know. Considering her immediate knowledge of the bird and how it worked, it might be good for them to ask her a bit more. What else do they need to know before rushing in again? Do you have any hairdryer kind of warming spells that can use to dry off. Observe, be patient. Victory. I mean, that is what success looks like, isn't it? Completely ass over tit and head buried into the dirt. Was she meant to be on lookout duty? And yet nothing is reaching you. Look up. What should have been safe, but no, there's a big beast on the loose. No Jedi tricks to pull the staff in. And the fact that she called out for her in that moment. She did. Maybe explain a little more. Rather than the, somewhat vague. You can't detect mana very well, can you? They really get on, though, don't they? It's because they are too alike. Oh? Craven. They've been through a lot, as was kind of hinted at. They go way back. Yeah, like a baby bird, kick her out the nest, hope she flies. Positive reinforcement. And how was her upbringing then? How long do you have? She might have to think about this one. Do you need to add the even though? Do you need the negative to back it up? Her efforts don't go unnoticed. And she's actually observant enough to know and see this. Oh. I love it. Carrying through with one of the threats that she was hinting at originally. And is this Levine okay, considering she's been left back in the camp? Are you going to just have something that is going to be crucial in finding the bird? I mean, if Frieren has control over the barrier itself, could it be possible of just shrinking it in, using the protection barrier itself as a way to not only locate but capture their target? And we can see that Levine is not exactly blameless in the back and forth between the two of them, but she has a more level head, I think. Maybe she was just more confident in her abilities, like with the first spell there, that moment. Maybe if we see some of her worries, have a moment for them both to recognise how much they actually do to help each other. But it's a true friend that you can battle with constantly. I'm very intrigued with the future of this story now. Even if we are getting a usual kind of school route exam testing stage. Now, I didn't expect to have so many characters kind of shown off at once, but with the first class mage certification test bullshit going on, it gives a good opportunity and a reason for them to just inject a bunch of characters for us. Whether or not they will actually be a part of the story overall or not is still yet to be seen. I think in the two that are with Frieren at the minute, at least a little bit, they'll come to an understanding and realise how much they need each other. But the one I'm really interested in is the one that I kind of knew from beforehand. Don't tell me how, but I may have seen some art. The deadpan expression, the words from Craft there. She has the eyes of a killer. And a very skilled mage. Although it didn't look like she was out searching for the trouble itself, if it finds her, she doesn't hold back. Let's hope no one accidentally stumbles into the firing line. And also hopefully that confidence and demeanour doesn't end up being a detriment. But with how much the area around here actually needs mages, if they get up like really skilled and get that certification, do they get away with stuff? Is there like certain immunity? And of course the big thing there of Frieren not really seeing the point in all of this, mainly because, she outlives the idea of this entire organisation, the realms itself, the nations that she has seen birthed and crumble to nothingness just in her lifetime. Yeah, I'm not surprised that this ancient relic necklace thing is completely unknown. Well, almost completely unknown. There was at least someone that had their interest piqued. And while I'd say the test that can only be done once every is only held once every 3 years. It is held in a party atmosphere. If one of them fails or slips up or struggles to pull their weight, they all fall. You can see that missing out on the opportunity because of someone else would be a tough pill to swallow. But then again, you do have to take into account they're meant to be escorting people, they're helping travellers out in the world. If they can't work well with others, it's kind of failing the point already. This is rather well-rounded. And with the monsters and whatnot just out and about flying in the sky, give their presence detection and general aptitude quite a good test. I wonder if the bird itself is just a pretense and they're judging everything else on top of it. If they're good examiners, that's probably what they should be doing. We'll have to see. like I said, having Kraft turn up again, have a little interaction with a character that, well, we didn't need to see any of it, because so far she hasn't done anything. It was just this one's out here. Keep note of this one. And considering that she's in a party with Fern, how's that going to play out? The straight-laced, do-gooder, by-the-book mage with one that might just be incredibly talented, but doesn't bear fools lightly. She knows what she wants, she gets it, and slashes and dices along the way. And whoever the last guy was. I'm hoping like somewhere in the middle ground of the two. Considering the story so far in Frieren, the adventures they've had, the walk about the world, the challenges they've faced, having a little almost downtime, a relatively safe, almost school arc for them. What's Stark going to do throughout all of it? Is he just going to be holed up in the inn or the room or wherever he's staying? Just what's some good like one-player card games he could learn? As long as he keeps up his training, at least there's plenty of time for some push-ups and whatnot while they're gone. Maybe he could have joined in the mage trials as well. With the power of axe and muscle. It's a type of magic, right? Still, I want to see more. I don't want to hold it off here. We're going to have to wait till next week. I don't know if I can last that long. If I've entertained you today, let me know. Leave me a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing. Join on to the channel itself to not miss out future videos. Maybe check links in the description for anything else as well. But for now, get yourselves a bit of rest. I really should too as well, because my skin is awful. I need a nice long sleep. See you in the next one. I don't think I'd be of much use in any sort of test for a qualification, but if you would like to help me out and be part of the team, consider joining onto my Patreon instead, because there are no exams in the grand experiment that is my channel, and honestly I think that's for the best. So, I do need to thank Noku, Sal, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Shiwan, Tori Jane, and everyone else, because without them, the bird of prey that is YouTube and its systems would carry it off to its probable demise.